Hello, excuse me. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a whip and chat. I'm going to work on this here. This is actually a cross stitch pattern that I got from Etsy from TheStitchPatterns. So it's actually, I printed it out on, this is one of my older ones that I printed out. I printed it out on cardstock, and I'm going to diamond paint this using my stash drills. Oh, for some reason I have something in my throat. So I'm gonna diamond paint this using my stash drills, which is over here. So this thing has, wait, I didn't write it down. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 colors. 16 colors. This is a full drill. I'm using double-sided tape, and this is squares, and I did not kit this up. All right. So yeah, 16 colors. This might actually take me much longer than I thought to do. So I've done several of these patterns. You might have seen me put together my photo album with the things finished. I have since finished, let's see. I finished a couple more, not too many. So here, this one is supposed to be Paraguay River. I think this one turned out really nice here. This one is supposed to be Alaska, so I guess whale watching in Alaska. And this was my test to do a round. Oop, I lost a drill. Where did this drill come from? Oh, here it is. This one. There. Oh, I lost another drill. It's this one. Okay. That's the hazards of using like double-sided tape sometimes. It's not always the best stick. But I'm just using double-sided tape because it's easier. I don't have a poured glue machine or something, and it's less messy than putting some glue. I do have like aliens tack it over and over. I've thought of using to do one of these, but nope, haven't done it. So I just realized I have also, like, this is my test. I just thought of doing this like right before this video, so I was doing this while I was eating lunch. So I thought, you know, for the rounds, so because how I did that round was I just had the pattern on the side, and then I was just diamond painting directly on. So what I ended up doing was printing this thing to the right size. So what I ended up doing is I was like, what if I print, since I have it, what if I print the picture on transparency paper and then put it on top of the pattern so that I could have like the numbers. And then, you know, when I'm done with it, take out the pattern. Because the problem with printing out the pattern as this one is, it's gonna have these grid lines, and rounds, I don't want to see the grid lines. You're not gonna be able to cover them up with drills. The only hazard with this is the darker colors are not that visible, so I'm gonna have to use a light pad for this. But no, this was just my test. If I end up liking it, I'll do more rounds. I seriously just printed this out like 5 minutes ago, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and I was like, oh, I think this might work. But for today's video, we're doing Vegas. Okay, so I do have, I'm gonna put this off to the side since it has my legend. I have some rulers so that I can keep track of where I am in there. I'll zoom you in, since is that too zoomed there, so you could see what I'm doing. I'm gonna start my clock here, and let's do this strip first. Okay, so 4 is the primary color. I need 162. I do also have my ABs next to me and stuff, so I can bling this up. when I figure out what I'm gonna do, but I like to do the ones with the most first. Am I gonna have enough of 162? How much 162 do I need? I probably have enough. Famous last words. Where's my tray? Here. No, that's not the tray I wanted to use. Here. So let's hope I have enough. There is like another section that probably needs it like over here. So I might just use a different color for that one if I run out of this one. But I think I'm fine. Probably. Oh, that's 9, so I don't need... That's not all that. Okay. So, it's been a while since I did a WIP and chat. I haven't had as much time to record recently, which is why I've only been doing I've been doing 4 videos a week. This week will still be a 4 video week because I don't think, yeah, I don't have a video for Thursday. I don't have another unboxing. So this will still be a 4 video week, although I have already recorded next week's kitting down, the following week's kitting down, and then the next 2 weeks of kitting ups. I have recorded all of that already. But I do try to have, you know, my schedule. Fridays kitting ups, Mondays kitting downs, Wednesdays WIP and chats, and Tuesday, Thursday as unboxings. So that's why sometimes my missing video is on different days, because I just kind of try to keep my videos to kind of a schedule. It helps in the recording to have some sort of schedule. But anyways, I have not had as much time to record. Last weekend, well, last weekend, because, you know, I'm recording this on Sunday, was Easter. So I wasn't actually home. I went to Seattle to visit my sister, my niece, my mom, because my mom has been staying with my sister. I actually, you know, because, you know, I don't know, I have no kids. So, my niece is, I guess, the kid of the family. So, but she's only 1 year old, a 1 year old. Like I was like 7 years old, you know, 1 year, I don't know. Yeah, 1 year old. She's only a 1 year old. So I was like, ooh, I'm gonna buy her like some sort of like one of those Easter basket thingies, because I don't know, I wanted an excuse to buy an Easter basket thing. And I go around the stores and I'm like, nope, there is just nothing. There's no Easter basket that like was appropriate for her age. So I was like, okay, I guess the Easter basket thing will be a next year thing. Maybe she'll only be 2. There's probably still nothing really appropriate. I might have to wait till she's like 3 or something to actually get something. But I did buy like one of those. I saw at the store there was this massive 1 pound chocolate bunny, and I was like, ooh, look at this massive 1 pound chocolate bunny. It's just almost as big as she is. So my sister did take a picture of my niece with the chocolate bunny. It's actually kind of funny because seriously, my niece is small. Okay, my niece is small, so the 1 pound chocolate bunny really was not that much bigger than she was. So she has a picture next to this big chocolate bunny. I know I have... Okay, so I have some release paper here. Just makes it easier not to put excess sticky on something. But yeah, so my niece has a picture with this 1 pound bunny, chocolate bunny. And of course, you know, the chocolate bunny is not being eaten by my niece because I don't think chocolate is good for the babies yet because of the caffeine content. But yeah, it was cute to see the picture. I also got her these bunny ears, but she wanted nothing to do with those. It was a bunny ear headband, but every time we weren't even putting it on her, like we were just putting it next to her, and she started bawling like we were gonna torture her. So nope, no to the bunny ears. But maybe when she's older, she'll want to wear the bunny ears. You know, the things you do to torture the children to have a cute picture, right? Uh, but yeah, um, my niece still isn't walking yet, but she can stand and she could kind of walk assisted with this thing that has like wheels. Um, so I wouldn't be surprised the next time I come, she's gonna come over and visit. She's gonna be walking because I feel like it's any moment now. And I don't know when they start talking, the babies, but I'm feeling it's gonna be any moment. Suddenly she's gonna be like talking to me. Otherwise, yeah, it was nice going over there for Easter. Otherwise, you know, I think okay, so let's see. I just haven't had as much time. Oh, you know, it's not necessarily having as much time, like to record. Yeah, no, it's just haven't had that much time to record the videos. I think it was just too many weekends in a row. I just didn't record as many videos as I normally do, and you lose your buffer doing that. So yeah, not as many videos. Even though this week and I have recorded four videos already. This is video number 5. After this video, I am planning to record the finished part of my unboxing for this week. So that will have been either tomorrow's video or yesterday's video. I'm still pondering, am I going to put it on the Tuesday or the Thursday? And then I'm going to record the unboxing part of 2 videos. I think I'm going to do 2, and yeah, I have 2, or no, I have 3 things I might unbox. So, yeah. Doing a YouTube channel actually is a lot of effort. So I think I'm actually not going to run out of these drills. Yay! I think I have enough. I was kind of worried. I was like, is that going to be enough? I'm really bad at estimating, like visually estimating how many drills are in a container. So, okay, so I need, okay, there's a little bit more of number 4 here. I'm pretty bad at visually figuring out how many drills are in a container, so I might think, oh, I'm not going to have enough, and I have like plenty. So, I don't know. Have I done anything entertaining? Well, let's see. Let's see. I had to, well, I don't know if this is entertaining. I had to mow my lawn for the first time this year. Like, my lawn got long enough finally, I guess, I don't know if it's finally, that I had to mow. But I was pondering while I was mowing. I was like, should I just hire someone to do this? I get a lot of those solicitation landscaping cards get thrown at my door. Like cards, I mean like calling, not like what do you call those? Why can't I think of it? Business cards get thrown at my door. And I was like, am I at that point where I'm like, I kind of want to not mow my lawn. But then, so then I mowed my lawn, and then I also, see the bad thing sometimes about living where it rains all the time is sometimes you end up having, you can't wait to the weekend to do these. You have to do them during the week. So I actually ended up mowing my lawn on a weekday just because the weather was right. Yeah. Okay, 796 is number 2. So let's do this one since it has more. Or should I do this one? Well, I only need a little bit just to get rid of it. Will it be enough? Maybe I should try this one just to get rid of it. See if I could get rid of it. But yeah, I had to mow during the week, and then I also I have moss kind of growing on my driveway, which kind of yeah. I actually tried putting in some moss killer on top of it, and it did kind of die, but I was hoping that would just like sweep off, but no. Maybe it didn't die enough. But I went and I have a pressure washer, and I pressure washed my driveway. That was actually a lot more effort than I needed to. Like the next day, like I don't know if you have a pressure washer, like when you're holding it in your hands, you kind of have this like almost vibrating feel. At least for my pressure washer. So the next day, my hand was just like I couldn't even, you know. But I did pressure wash my driveway. My driveway apparently is a lot dirtier than I thought, because when you pressure wash, like all the like accumulated dirt or something kind of just becomes muddy, clumpy, and I was like, wow, that's actually it. It was like large amounts of mud, I guess, accumulated, but. So then I pressure washed, and then like the next day I went to look at how it looked, and I was like, there is still some like moss. It's not very bad. It's just there's still some more. But it's just a little bit now. I'm like, okay, maybe I should just I don't really want to pressure wash again. But I'm thinking maybe I should just this part now is maybe it's because it's smaller amount. Maybe these will get nicely killed if I put just the moss killer on it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Like the house stuff, sometimes I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So the joys, I don't know, of home ownership or something. Maybe I should just hire a professional to get rid of my moss. It wasn't that hard. I just feel like now I have to pressure wash again because it's not completely gone yet. My sweater was catching on to that end here. So I'm hoping I'm just gonna put the moss. I'm gonna buy more moss killer and then just spread that out on my lawn. My driveway, and hopefully the remnants will die. And then when it's summer, they'll just die because it's too hot or something. And I think the moss was mainly staying on the section that's shady on my driveway. So yeah, I'm hoping it'll just die. But it was kind of hard to tell if the moss was still there when the driveway was wet, and that's why I was like, oh, there's still a little bit right here, and yeah. But you know, and then it rained the next day, so I was like, okay. It's like raining right now. The one nice thing is the cherry blossoms are out now, so they're beautiful. Especially the ones that are really nicely pink. There's a lot of cherry blossoms. Like the one next to my house, because we have like these trees in the, like, it's the ones that are taken care of by the HOA. We have these trees that line the entrance, and I'm next to the entrance of the community. So I could see them actually out my door now. Unfortunately, they're the white cherry blossoms. I wonder if the color of the cherry blossoms not necessarily have to do with the plant, but like the, I don't know, the type of soil. Maybe they were supposed to be pink, but the type of soil made it be white instead. I'm making things up. I know nothing about plants or cherry blossoms, but I'm just talking. Oh, I have a drill on my arm. Okay, 3753. I have several different shades of this one. Well, it's going to go right next to this here, so which one matches more? I guess this lighter one here, this one. So, let's see. What else? Oh, no. So, we're hiring another person at my work, and I'm actually relatively happy-ish with this recruitment, because so in 2021, like, or not 2021, 2022, because that's when I became supervisor, I recruited for 2 positions, and there was actually very, very few people applying for positions. And I asked like the previous supervisor, I was like, so is this like just the quantity of people applying for these positions when you were doing the last recruitments? And he told me no. And I looked through the records, and there was actually lots of applicants previously. So I thought, oh man, is this the reality that I have inherited, that not as many people are applying to jobs? But this time, I got a lot of applicants. So it's actually a little bit more work when there's a lot of applicants, because you have to actually review a whole bunch of them, and then you kind of have to, yeah, I have to review a whole bunch of them and decide who I'm going to go forward with and all that stuff. And it's a lot more work when there is more applicants. But at least I feel like it's giving me hope for my future recruitments that I have to do, that I thought people were reluctant to work, or like didn't want to do work that was not 100% at work from home. So it's giving me a little bit of hope for the future, because next year, 3 people in my team are going to retire. 3. So I have to replace 3 people with so much experience. It's going to be so not fun. But yeah, I have to replace 3 people next year, and I was fearful because 2022 was such, like, trying to hire people in 2022 was really, really, like, bleak. I was like I said, I was fearful for my future hirings, because I was like, is this just, I mean, just, I know quantity is not everything, but at least it gives the, like, there's an option that there might be, I get options. I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but, you know, it gives, you don't just end up hiring someone because they're the only ones that applied, or you don't end up hiring anyone because there's no one that has the right qualifications, because I do have at my work certain positions they need X amount of qualifications to even do the position. So I did the sky. I'm gonna leave all the stuff I'm possibly blinging up for later. So I'm gonna do this ground part because I don't think I'm gonna bling up any of the ground part. So let's do 0. 0? What's 0? 3371. So yeah, there's certain requirements for certain positions, so I can't just, you know, hire anyone just because. So but yeah, it was leaving me fearful for the retirements I was going to have next year, because all those positions are kind of higher level positions, and I'm like, I do have some people already currently in the team that would be eligible for these higher level positions, but then, you know, if I promote, then I have openings for those lower positions. So yeah, in the end, yeah, it's just going to be a lot of recruitments next year for me. So when I saw how few people were applying in 2022, I was worried for myself. I was worried. But this recruitment I'm doing now is helping me feel a little bit better, because people are applying now. So, yay! But now I just have to weed through the large amount of applicants, which like I said, I'm happy. I'm not, as much I'm like, oh, there's so many. Now I'm like, this is awesome. There's so many. I know but I've heard some of the higher level positions. That's where because this is a kind of a lower level position. That's the ones I'm gonna lose next year. Not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to that at all. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be doing pretty much this following week is, well, at least, it's Sunday. Well, I've probably am currently doing it this week is going through them and deciding who to go forward with. And it's very difficult to, I'm just going to use this one. It's very difficult to decide when all you have is just their application kind of thing. So, and some people are just really good at writing words. And others who would be awesome at the job are just not as good. So yeah, it gets difficult. But I guess we'll see. And there's nothing stopping me from like interviewing as many people as I want to. So that's a lot of people to interview. Alright, so what else? That's my work. That's pretty much as I could talk about work. Next week, I guess, I am doing training for myself. One good thing about my work is there's a lot of training classes I could take. So next week I'm actually taking a leadership training thing. So pretty much 3 days out of the 5 days next week, I'm just going to be doing this. So as much as like I would learn from it, it kind of is also a massive time commitment that I won't be able to do other stuff because I'm taking this class. So and I'm also next week, I really hope it's not too loud, because I did ask them when I was scheduling it. I'm finally next week having my my air conditioning unit installed. So I got approval from the HOA. Actually, what ended up happening is the the air conditioning company called me and was like, so has the HOA given you permission yet to do the install? And I said no, but I'll ask them. So I did go ask the HOA. I was like, hi, hasn't been 30 days yet. I said it. I was like, hi, it hasn't been 30 days yet. Well, I sent them a email. Hi, it hasn't been 30 days yet because I was supposed to wait. They said that it would take 30 days to do the it said that it would take at least, or not at least, at most 30 days to fill the request or whatever, or to get back to me. And so then I was like, it hasn't been 30 days, but I'm going to just say, hi, I know it hasn't been 30 days. I just was wondering if you have a update of, or like, I didn't ask for an update. I asked them if they had an ETA when they would be able to make the decision. So because the air conditioning company had contacted me and asked if I had the approval yet. Well, after I send that email, like the next day I get a response saying that I've been approved. So, they've just been sitting on it for fun, because apparently that's what they like to do, sit on these things for fun. So, I did, the air conditioning company came back to me and was like, oh, can you do this day? And I was like, and it was one of my days where I was going to do the training class, but since I knew I was going to work from home that day, because there's no point in me going physically to work when all I have is this virtual class. Since I knew it was like almost a semi-perfect day, because I knew I would be home to do this class, I said, sure, let's go do this. But I had first asked, is this going to be loud? Will I still be able to work while you guys are installing it? And he said yes. So let's hope it's true that I will still be able to work while they're installing this air conditioning unit. Okay, so none of these, I don't want to AB any of these yet, so 355. Well, this one only has a little bit. Let's use that one. So I guess the next time, no, that'll be next, no, it won't be yet, because it's next week. So, yeah. I might have AC soon. Watch, it's not even going to be hot this year. That was one of my things where I was kind of reluctant to get the AC unit, because, it's a large expense. That it was not going to be hot the following year. And because the first time, like I've lived in Washington State since 2015. The only time it got hot enough that I was like, why don't I have AC, was in 2021. So how many years was that where I was here and I never needed the AC? But yeah, 2022 was just as hot as 2021. So I was like, okay, let's go do this thing. Let's go pay to put this central AC. Because I did have the little portable ACs, but it was, one, it was a little cumbersome because I would have to put the hose out the door. And then what ends up happening is, since I live in a one-story house, I had to leave my window open. If I would have to leave my window open, and I don't want to leave my window open when I'm not home. So I would have to uninstall the air conditioning, the hose, every time I left, and I don't know, it was just a lot of effort. So yes, I'm sucking it up to get central AC. Someone did tell me I should get a cover for the AC for when it's not in use. And so I have that. I have one in my cart on Amazon, but I wasn't gonna buy it yet because I wanted the unit to be here so that I could go measure it to make sure I'm getting the right one. I mean, I don't know, are there that many measurements for AC units? But I wanted to measure it before I bought the thing in case that's not the right size. And yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see. I've never actually 3078. I never actually lived in a place that needed central AC. I mean, before I came to Washington, I don't have that much of this one, but so this one will have to do. I've never lived in a place that needed central AC, except maybe the Philippines. Oh wait, the 8 over here. There's. Should I put those ABs? Make those ABs? Or make this red stuff rhinestones? I think it's on the sign. I think I might make those ABs since I feel like this sign is like, you know, supposed to be light up. That's why I think this 7 here, I'm gonna use red crystal rhinestones for the 7 here. And then the red, these are all 7, so that will all be crystal rhinestones. I think I might use my gold drills for this outline thing here. We'll see. But yeah, I've never lived in a place that needed central AC. Even when I lived in the San Francisco Bay Area, it's actually warmer here than it was there, so. Although I don't know, they might need AC now down there because I think they've been getting just as hot summers as we've been getting here in Western Washington. So okay, I'm doing number 8. Okay, just making sure. So that's, yeah. And I'm also replacing my furnace because they wouldn't replace my AC without replacing my furnace because my furnace, or they said I had to replace my furnace because the furnace was, because I think they were gonna like be next, like in conjunction with each other. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Because my furnace was the original furnace that was installed in when the house was built, and my house was built in was it 2007? Yeah, it was 2007. So yeah, I don't know. It didn't seem that old of a furnace, but they were like, nope, you have to replace it. I was like, okay. So I'm gonna cough up several thousands of dollars to do this. And then speaking of, I guess, dollars. Well, you know, it's tax season, right? It's tax day. Wait. Yeah, well, I think since I think tax day was yesterday, normally the 15th. And I think when the 15th is on a weekend, they give you 2 extra days. So I think tax day is actually Tuesday. So yesterday for you guys. So I filed my taxes. I did have to pay because my YouTube earnings did not get, what do you call that? I had to pay my 30% for my YouTube earnings minus my expenses for YouTube, my YouTube channel, which is pretty much diamond painting stuff and video recording related stuff. So, and unlike last year where I didn't make that much money, well, it was last year, the last year. Oh my gosh, 2021. I was only monetized for like half the year. 2022, I was monetized the whole year, so I actually $746. Made more money than I spent on diamond painting, which I guess is a good thing. But I had to pay taxes. Okay, well, I guess I'm using this. I don't think there's that much enough to fill that. So yes, unfortunately, I had to pay some money. I also thought of like just adding money to like, because I think you get like, you could add up to 6,000 to a traditional IRA to lower the taxes. And I thought of, I calculated, I was like, how much do I have to put into here to not have much of a refund? I was like, nope, that's way too much. I'm not gonna put that much money into. So nope, I coughed up some money. It was one of those like, oh, do I put the money, more money in, so into this retirement fund, or I don't know. Yeah. So I did my taxes, had to pay money. But I'd rather pay money in taxes than get a massive refund. So I did my job of not getting a massive refund. Because if you get a massive refund, that just means you should have been taking higher deductions during the year. Because otherwise you're just giving the government your money too early. At least that's how I always looked at it. So yeah, fun with taxes. The one good thing is there is a lot of software now. There's like a software available to pretty much dumb down your taxes. Like I don't know, before I feel like, because my mom used to part-time work at H&R Block, and she told me how many people have such simple returns that still go to H&R Block to put them together. And she said it's mainly people are afraid of getting audited or afraid of doing it wrong. Or I don't know. I think it might also be because like both my parents are accountants. I'm pretty good at math, that the numbers don't scare me. But I know a lot of people, the numbers scare them, kind of thing. Um, but yeah, my mom was like, I think she said she thinks it's just that a lot of people are afraid of doing it themselves, so they go to something like H&R Block and have people put it together for you. She told me sometimes she's had to like be like, you need to come back. We're not a bookkeeper, because apparently some of them expect you to like do way more than just prepare the taxes. And now she's like, nope, you have to come back with, because we're not a bookkeeper. But yes, she said a lot of people are afraid of doing themselves. They're afraid of getting audited. And my mentality is, if they audit me, they audit me. And if I have, and I don't make so much money or anything that if I get audited, you think that's enough? I kind of want to just use up the ones that have very little, if I can. I figure if I get audited, I get audited, and if that means I have to pay something later, I'll pay something later. But I'm not like dealing with millions of dollars, so it's not like, even if I did get audited, what are they going to take from me, like a couple $100 or something? So not that I want to get audited. No, don't go audit me. Sounds like a lot of effort. But no. But yeah, my mom says she thinks a lot of people are just kind of afraid to do their own taxes, so that's why they go to something like H&R Block, even though they have really simple returns. And a lot of the software, like even like the online ones, are really like they take you step by step, and they're like, do you have this form? Next. Do you have this form? Next. Do you have this form? You know, it's like they go through it one by one, um, to like figure out what forms you need to enter. The one thing is, I kind of feel like the IRS does need to update their job classifications, because I was trying to find like this was happened to me last year too. The job classification 3865, the job classification for YouTube, like what is it? Like, what am I? Like, there is actually no, like, I don't think there's a job classification for like a vlog or something. It was not obvious. I forgot what I ended up putting. Might have just put, yeah, there was like, I looked through a lot of job classifications and just nothing seemed to be correct for what I'm doing on YouTube. And I'm wondering if it's just, you know, archaic job categories, you know, in the IRS, because I was like, I don't know, what is being on YouTube. I put that category for entertainment. But I don't, yeah, I went through a lot, and the thing is, with entertainment itself, I felt like none of the subcategories for entertainment work too. So yeah, like I said, if I get audited because I put the wrong occupation field or something, that happens. Then that happens. But yeah, that's why I'm thinking that I'm unfortunately not going to be able to write the Too Fabulous Nevada thing here. It says Too Fabulous Nevada. And I'm not going to be able to write the welcome that's on there. But I am getting, yeah, I wonder if I could freestyle it with a marker. Am I going to be trying that at the end? Trying to write I might try to write Nevada. I don't know if the Too Fabulous is worth the effort. But I think the IRS needs to get down with the times and update some of their job categories. But does it really matter what job category you're in? I don't know. Okay. At least my normal work was relatively easy. I forgot what I put in. But, you know, I already had it set from last year. Okay. So, I guess since I'm doing a diamond painting for Las Vegas, we could talk about the last time I went to Vegas. When was the last time I went to Vegas? Okay, this was actually a while back. I went to Vegas, I think it was in June. And the reason I went to Vegas was because, okay, so my dad's friend, okay, so this is gonna get kind of like, okay, I don't know. My dad's friend knows or is friends with Manny Pacquiao, who's a Filipino boxer. Well, he used to be a Filipino boxer. He's retired now. But um, but my dad was able to get free tickets to go watch live in Vegas one of Manny Pacquiao's fights uh, in Vegas. So the last time I went was to go watch that fight. Now, I kind of almost like having what, like, I'm not into sports, so I kind of feel like the whole thing was maybe wasted on me and my sister and my mom. My dad absolutely loved it, and I really enjoyed myself too anyways. It was a nice experience because, I mean, how often or if ever would I ever watch a live boxing fight event? But you know, when I saw the tickets, because we went there, we didn't get the tickets until we got there. I saw the tickets, and each of the tickets was like $1,200. So there was 4 of us, and I was like, we should sell these. How much? Like $1,200 for a ticket. But I was like, I was just kidding about this. I was kind of not kidding about the selling the tickets. But you know, it was one of those, well, we're here, we should, it's an experience that we'll probably never have again, because I don't know, it's like he's retired now, so it's not like we would watch another fight. Although my dad did end up going to more than one fight at some point. But what was I saying? I don't remember. Oh yeah, so we go there, we get these $1,200 tickets, which I was really, I was like, oh my gosh, we need to sell these things. And then the family of my dad's friend, we saw them too, and they had better tickets than us. But okay, so our tickets were actually not bad. They were actually pretty good. My dad's friend, their tickets was closer to the front, but we were like directly behind the press people, but like in a higher, farther out. So we had seats just like straight looking at the ring, and it was actually very, very interesting to watch live, because before that, the only time I watched the fights was, you know, you had to pay for the thing on, like, was it HBO or something? But it was exciting, and I saw a lot of Filipino celebrities there. I don't remember all of them because I didn't know a lot of them, because I was like, wait, isn't that blah? And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, I don't know who that is. And she's like, oh, it's this. And I'm like, I still don't know who that is. But man, the celebrities are like way skinnier in person. I was like, oh my gosh, they already look thin on TV, but they look even thinner in real life. And I think it's completely true, the whole, like, the camera adds pounds, because I'm like, if these people look this skinny in real life, I'm like, but it was fun. I didn't get to meet Manny Pacquiao, but that's okay. I'm not starstruck. It was nice to have the experience of watching it. And I mean, $1,200 tickets. It's crazy. But that, yeah, that was the last time I went to Vegas, was to watch that fight. Um, I can't tell you who he went against, because yes, that's how much I am super knowledgeable about boxing, and that's why I said sometimes I think it was a massive waste, I guess, for me and my sister and my mom, but it was also very entertaining. Um, it was, you know, it's an experience. But yeah, that was the last time I went to Vegas. I also have been to Vegas during like the New Year's Eve time. Now, if you like that kind of thing, more power to you. But I think, okay, so I think that the problem with, so when I went there during the New Year's Eve thing, we were staying at the house of one of um, my dad's friends, and their house was not in like the was outside of the, you know, Las Vegas strip, I guess that's the right word. So we go there for the New Year's Eve, and then this is something you might not realize. Okay, so I'm like talking about the bad things. It was entertaining, so I got to see their countdown. FYI, when I was there, there was several, like, you go out onto the street and there's like each hotel has their own little countdown. Like, it's usually on the, like, a hotel has, you know, one of these signs. Well, I don't know if this is, but they would have this like neon sign outside of their hotel, and all, I thought this was kind of funny, all the countdowns were slightly different. So this place was like 10, 9, and this other place was already at 7, and so yeah, the countdown clocks were not synchronized. I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, so it was exciting, like, and I don't gamble, so it was actually kind of boring waiting for it to be midnight. Um, if you don't gamble. But yeah, so you go outside, there's all these crowds on the street. This is pre-pandemic, so this was a while back. Um, and then you see all the countdown clocks are slightly different from each other. And then, you know, you have the whole like countdown and all that. Yay, blah, blah, you know. What you might not realize is, since they have these like people on the street and stuff like that, that these streets are closed, and you are you're like, okay, now let's go home at, like, you know, 1. No, these, I don't know, like, I don't know if it's, maybe maybe I'm not really a party person or anything, but the streets are closed, so you can't leave until all the confetti and stuff is cleaned out from the streets. So unfortunately, when you park in one of the hotels, okay, there's not that much of this one. I think I have enough. You're pretty much stuck there. So we couldn't leave to go back to the my to the house we were staying at. So at some point you run out of steam and you're like, I'm sleepy, I want to just go sleep. And then while you're waiting for the streets to open up again so you could leave, um, you're left with a whole bunch of people who are drunk and like throwing up all around you. Yes, I'm. So yeah, it was an interesting thing, but I don't think I'm ever gonna do it again. It's just not my type of thing. So, like, sometimes I like do things and I'm like, I'm never gonna do this again. But it's one of those like things that you try out once in your life kind of thing. Um, so yeah, if you're ever going to Vegas for New Year's Eve, make sure you have a hotel in the strip and don't expect to go home anytime soon because they have to clean up the street. Oh, and if you go to Vegas during the summer, bring a sweater because it's super hot outside, and then you go to inside a hotel and it's like super cold because they blast the AC. But yeah, otherwise, you know, Vegas has a lot of like food and entertainment and things like that. I'm just telling you this for whatever it's so bad though. Sometimes you remember the like bad things more than you remember like what was awesome. I mean, watching the boxing fight live was actually really entertaining. Um, and the actual like being there during New Year's Eve, the crowds outside was actually very entertaining too. It's just that, you know, if you end up going out there on Christmas Eve, have a hotel room in the instead of expecting to be able to go home, or leave. Okay, so I think I've run out of things to talk about. So I'm going to start answering questions. I'm going to start from the newest one. So in my kitting up of my Heaven and Earth designs, diamond paint, cross stitch pattern, Olia asked, what did you mean by cutting the design in pieces? Do you actually cut the canvas? If so, how do you paste the canvas back together? Just asking out of curiosity. So what I meant in that was not that I was going to cut the canvas because I'm planning to do the whole printed out kind of thing. But I meant is not diamond painting the whole thing as one massive thing, like one massive diamond painting. I was kind of going to do it kind of like a like, you know how you could have some pictures that are panels, like a 3-panel picture, but they all like go together. I was kind of planning to do that one as a panel, like multiple panels, because it's otherwise it's a very large picture. So I was planning to do it in cut up into 12 panels, I guess, if that's what I meant. And, you know, I don't know, maybe after I'm done doing all the panels, I might be like, you know, let's just make one big diamond painting. I don't think I will, but make one big diamond painting. I could always tape them together, but no, I'm planning to. Okay, so I think N I want to do as an AB if I have 937. What 937 looks like that. So do I have anything close to 930? I don't have 937. The closest ones would be these two. So I think I might just use that one. Let's see. So I'm going to write down here that I replaced 937 with AB3346. Okay. So yeah, I kind of wanted to, I don't know, just put some bling on the trees a little bit. So yeah, that's what I meant, because the pattern I'm doing is huge, like big. So, and I knew it was going to take a long time to do. So I thought if I did them in, I guess, panels instead of one big one, it wouldn't be so cumbersome to do. And I'll feel like I'm getting to somewhere. I'm getting somewhere. And the Heaven and Earth Designs one, unless you're getting a, what do you call that? one of their crown jewel canvases don't come with a canvas, so you have to source your own canvas, or what I have been doing is printing it on paper and laminating it and then diamond painting the directly onto the pattern, kind of like what I'm doing now. This is a cross stitch pattern that I printed on, right, this one is on cardstock. I have ones that I put on laminated paper. And okay, so have some bling on the trees. Oh wait, I forgot there's down here too. I thought it was done. Not sure about the bling on the trees, but I'm gonna just go for it. I might be changing the color a little too much, but I'll just stick with it. All right, thank you, Alia. DC asked, so this is my completion of my last Heaven and Earth designs, was the butterfly. Let's see. Gorgeous, love all the confetti, beautiful colors. Are you going to create a video where you put the pieces together? Now that I have more than one request to do so, I will do it in a video. I just first have to complete some pieces to put together, so it might take a little bit. I do, maybe, yeah, like, which one should I do next? There's been a couple things I've been thinking of which pattern to do next so that I could show it, putting it together. But I don't do anything crazy. I just use double-sided tape to put them together. It's not as hard as, it's not as complicated as you might think. So I'm going to do this outline here. I think I'm going to use gold. I think that would look great. Let's see. So, my gold drills. So yeah, some nice, lovely gold drills here. I thought that would look really nice here, since it's a sign and it's all blingy. So, thank you, DC. Karen asked, okay, this is from a storage unboxing from actually a little while back. She asked, what is your favorite storage now? Do you have a video on all your current favorite products? Yeah, you know, I should do that. I've had actually more than one request to make that video, where now that, like in my first storage video where I talked about what my favorite was, and I think I had said my favorite was the man, why am I blanking? Was the Harbor Freight storage. I was like, what is that? Tool storage place. But it's probably, it's not my favorite anymore. Mainly because I haven't really been using it, because you could only really kit up 27 colors at most in one container, and unless you go transfer it to a different container. So I probably don't use it that much anymore. So it is not my favorite anymore. I probably should. It'll be kind of sad if I do my next stash. I don't even know if I'll even be able to show everything I have, because I just have that much storage. And some of it might be with my mom right now still, so I added some gold to that. Okay. Oh wait, I missed this one here. So gold to the sign. And then Oh yeah, I was gonna do a yellow AB since I have my yellows. Do I have my yellow? No, these are my, ooh, these are my crystal rhinestones. Does this have my reds? Yeah, it has my reds. So maybe I should do my 7. Oh, I don't know if you could, I have my container here with my crystal rhinestones. So I might do 7. What's 7's color? Is 900. Ooh, I actually have some. Nope. This is just spares from some other, from a diamond painting that I did. I don't have enough. Okay, so what color is 900 looks like? So I could kind of figure out. Oh, 900 is more like an orange. Okay. Or this darker one. So let's see. What's a good, which one do I have a lot of? Should I do 606? 606 or 666? No. 35 no. I think I might do 606. Oh wait. Yeah, I think I might do 606. So for 900, I placed this with crystal rhinestone. Oh, because I'm zoomed in, you don't see it. Crystal rhinestone 606. Maybe I might do this color different than this color and do like a darker red for here. And then do this orange for, because this one's more like a orange for the star. And then do a darker red for the Las Vegas part. This might be what I do. So I'm using, or I might just use this for everything. I'm like, why am I overcomplicating everything? All right, thank you, Karen. Cody Lynn asked, what does everyone do with their extra beads and extra tools? Throw them away? Well, here, this is what I'm doing with my extra beads. I'm doing cross-stitch pattern with them. The extra toolkits, I don't know. I don't know what people do with the extra toolkits. I've been keeping them, but I've also been giving away some of my diamond paintings. So when I've been giving away my diamond paintings, guess what? What used to only have one toolkit in there now has like 4. So but there is like a YouTuber, I think she's diamond painting with gems. She does a lot of projects on her spares, you know. So I think I'm going to use a darker red. For the Las Vegas part. So let's do 666. So I'm going to also use crystal rhinestone 666. So I'm just writing that down here. But yeah, here I'm doing stuff with my spares. So thank you, Cody, Lynn. Giselle asked, does DAC have resin or acrylic drills? New to this. Hello, I love your organization ideas. So Diamond Art Club uses resin drills. So I do prefer the resin drill squares than acrylics. I don't know about their rounds. I don't diamond paint that many rounds. I don't know if the rounds are acrylic or resin, and I don't really think it matters too much in rounds, but in squares, the acrylic drills just fit much nicer together. And there's usually a little bit less gapping if, you know, the diamond painting canvas is printed the correct size to fit the drills. So yes, resin drills. So thank you, Giselle. Elizabeth asked, do you know if there's a way to tell on the cross stitch charts how to calculate how many drills of each color? I'm saving all my drills, but I've been only diamond painting for 6 months or so, and I'd love to order drills to make one of these photo albums you taught so well to give to my mom, who has visited many of these around the world cities. Thanks. So these patterns from the Stitch Patterns, they do have in the PDF. I think the last page actually has all the DMCs and the quantity of stitches you need for it. So it does have it in a table. Like Heaven and Earth Designs also has a quantity of stitches per DMC. So one stitch equals pretty much one drill in diamond painting. I don't know about any other cross stitch patterns because I haven't done them. Because I'm actually not a cross stitcher. So I've never cross stitched. So I don't know if other patterns have as many details. But this pattern did say how many of each DMC you needed. I didn't really check because I have actually so many drills that I'm not worried about not being able to diamond paint something. And I haven't had to really do any substitutions so far for this. So obviously I have too many drills. So there's Las Vegas all blinged up there. Ah, that looks actually really nice. So I think, oh, those are 7 also. This red part here. I'm pondering whether to do this thing around this as crystal rhinestones or just do some yellow ABs. Might just do the crystal rhinestones. Since I'm going for these all are lights, they should be blingy. So thank you, Elizabeth, for your question. Cindy asked, great video, like the stickers, got a question, where did you get your logbook? I like that it's landscape, not portrait. So this here, I'm actually not that behind in answering comments, so these are actually comments I've already responded to, so yay me. No, but I made this myself, this journal. I call it journal. People have also called it logbook. I made it myself. The template for the PDF template for it is actually in my shared diamond painting stuff. So feel free to print it out yourself. I also include all my older versions of my journal stuff. So because I know previously I had been using I had been using a spiral bound sketchbook already. So I was just printing, like, I think just like a little section onto some label paper and just sticking it to the book. So I kept the old stuff in there too. So feel free to use it. So 3078 is that yellow around. So it's like a really pale yellow. Should I use yellow rhinestones? It's just my palest rhinestone. Oh, I do have 3078 as a crystal rhinestone. I don't have that much, but that should be enough, I think, to finish that off. I've only done 2 full square crystal rhinestone diamond paintings. I did one from Crystal Canvas Art Designs, and I did one from Cat Eared. I don't know, can you even tell that there's... sometimes the crystal rhinestones don't show up as well on camera, but I can see it in person. So I think I'm just gonna keep going with this. But yeah, I've only done 2 full square crystal rhinestones, one from Cat Eared and one from Crystal Canvas Art Designs. I have been waiting for Crystal Canvas Art Designs to come out with another square crystal rhinestone diamond painting that I like. They actually have multiple on their site, but they are a little bit more expensive than their other diamond paintings. So I'm just waiting for a pattern picture that I want, and I'll buy another one. So far, nothing has like spoken to me as a go buy me, go buy me. So I haven't bought another one, but this is probably where these drills are from. It's either from the cat-eared one or from the Crystal Canvas Art Designs diamond painting, because I only have a little bit of this. Okay, there you go. So there's my blinged up Las Vegas, and I'm actually done. Done. So this took me 1 hour and 16 minutes. Okay, so I'm doing this on 4/16/23. Finished it the same day, one day, and this took me 1 hour and 16 minutes. The rendering, what do I think? You know, I'm gonna zoom out. Zoom out. All right. Okay, zoom out. Okay, so what do I think about the rendering? I think it actually turned out really nice, I think, considering I did not get to write to the fabulous Nevada here. To the fabulous Nevada. There's supposed to be like some yellow outline on the star up there, but I think my crystal rhinestones are good enough here. So I think, yeah, I think this turned out nice. Plus some crystal rhinestone. Okay, so rendering, good. Symbols, not really applicable since I printed it. I used double-sided adhesive for this, and I printed this on cardstock. And I used my stash drills, and gapping, it's okay. But it's not really, it's like, not, it's more like it's not applicable because I printed this out myself. So yes, here is this finish here. And that's all I have for today. So thank you very much for keeping me company while I diamond painted this. I'm actually having a lot of fun doing these around the world pictures, and there's like more and more that kept getting added because since I have the lifetime membership to the Stitch Patterns, I do notice that every month they're adding more and more patterns, and there's a couple more places that got added. So, and like this Las Vegas actually got added after I had bought the membership. So I was like, hey, look, there's a Las Vegas one. But yeah, wait, should I try writing Nevada? I think that I might ruin it by trying to write Nevada on there. All right, so that's all I have for today. So like I said, thank you very much for keeping me company while I diamond painted this. And thank you very much for watching, and happy diamond painting. Bye.